Today we're taking a trip back to the Old Republic to take a look at the Darth Malgus Lightsaber. Hello there everybody, welcome back to the Collector's Outpost. I am John. I want to thank Artsabers for sending us over this brand new Darth Malgus lightsaber. Now, who is Darth Malgus? Darth Malgus is one of the most powerful Siths ever. He was from the Old Republic time around 3700 BBY, which is Battle Before Yavin. So if you are interested in learning more about Darth Malgus, you can jump on Google and YouTube, and there is plenty of information and beautiful cinematic style videos from the video games. I don't know tons about him. I remember him from the video games and tons of images throughout the years. So before we dig into this really cool lightsaber that's virtually an axe with a lightsaber blade on it, if you're new to the channel, please drop down, subscribe, hit that like button, and leave some comments throughout this video. It'll all help this channel grow and help the algorithm for YouTube. About 85% of our viewers are not subscribed to the channel, so please jump down and hit that subscribe button and become part of the Outpost crew. Alright, so let's dig into this bad boy. Thank you so much to Artsabers for shooting this over for us to take a look at. Now, right inside, we've got the beautiful, this thing is super cool looking. Just at first look, it does feel a little bit smaller than I thought it would. Here are some images on the screen of Darth Malgus holding his lightsaber. This is beautifully, beautifully made. It just feels maybe a little too small in scale. So comparing that to that image I just put on the screen, I could put my whole hand almost around the whole grip. So I just feel like this might be slightly smaller in scale to fit a normal hand, because that dude looked like a big dude. So this is super cool. This is like an axe, and this is all metal. It's not sharp. The fronts are a little pokey and the sides are a little pokey, but not sharp. Everything's very much dulled down, so you're not really going to hurt yourself unless you harpoon this into somebody, and I do not recommend to do that. Don't do it. So this is the Profi version. We're going to check this out. Let's pull this up on the website really quick so I can give you some basic info. All right, here we are at their Artsabers website. Here is the Darth Malgus lightsaber. Now this is available from them in a Profi 2.2 or an SN Pixel. Now the SN Pixel is the brand new SN4. Now you may have already seen me review an SN4. I had the Darksaber SN4, and the SN4 is like, it's so nice. It's kind of a upgraded version of the Xenopixel. Things seem to function a little bit better. The Darksaber had 2 buttons. It just felt a lot more user-friendly than what the Xenopixel is. So I do highly recommend an SN Pixel. Here, their SN Pixel, which is the SN4, or at least it should be, is $499, and the Profi, which is the version that we have here that we're taking a look at, is $649. The Profi is installed with 22 sound fonts. And all the fun stuff like Flash on Clash, Blast to Deflex, Smooth Swing, awesome stuff that makes lightsabers feel like lightsabers. Talking to you, Disney. This might look really good weathered. Anyway, besides that, we've got the blade plug. Now this is a hollow blade plug, so there's no pixels or anything in here like we normally get. Then we have a USB-C charging cable. We've got some fancy white gloves. Then we have the user manual, which will give you all the settings and everything for the Profi. Then we have a very nice acrylic stand. And then of course we have the beautiful NeoPixel blade. All right, let's pack some of this stuff away so we can take a look at the lightsaber. All right, just taking a close look at this Darth Malgus lightsaber. We do have retention screw spots. We have 3 of them, which is awesome. Anything more than 1, I love, really. 2 is great, but 3 is just beautiful. In here is where we have the chassis and the battery and the SD card, the charging port. So we are running the typical 18650 battery. We have the USB-C charging port right here, and inside there, that's actually the port for the Profi connection, if you know how to do Profi. And then hidden over here underneath the battery, you'll see the SD card, which means you're probably going to have to unscrew this here, I would think, and slip this off. That's the only way I can see to get at it, which I'm not going to try because I really don't like messing around with Profi stuff. So it's just gonna sit there till the end of the time. All right, we got the blade hooked in, so let's take a peek. We've got gesture controls. Beautiful. Great smooth swing. Flash on clash. I always love when you can see the blades in something here. You know, there's like little ports and little windows. Always love that. We've got lockups. You want to just hold down the auxiliary and give a little tippy tap. Now, I love the way lockups look on the red blade because the whole center there gets white. Look at that. That is fantastic. Of course, we've got tip drag. You're going to hold the auxiliary, flip it upside down, and boom. Give a little punch down. So then we have the alternate version of tip drag, which is the tip melt. You're going to hold auxiliary and you're going to give a stab. So let's see if we can show you that. And you can see the whole tip is now yellow. So it's the same thing, you're just getting a different color out of it. It's about here to here. Let me see if I can actually down the exposure a little bit so you can see exactly what it's doing. See, so we have the red and then we've got the yellow tip melt. Now you also have something which is kind of like a lockup, but it's called lightning block. So power on, auxiliary. That is a super cool effect. Love that one. Now while we're there on the two buttons, let me show you how to adjust the color because it's the exact same thing but in reverse. So the force is power and auxiliary. So that's that. But if you go in reverse, auxiliary and power, that's going to switch you into color mode, which you then just turn the saber and fine tune the color to basically whatever you want. So we got some yellows and then greens. It's the easiest way that I know to finely adjust because you can go really, really, really slow and go from, let's say, blues into the purples where we are. So I'm going really slow. So I'm going to go back. So you go backwards and then back to the reds and then the purple. And going into the blues. So it's super, super easy to just fine tune the color that you want. Then to activate the color, it's the same thing. It's the auxiliary and power. Now the next thing I'm going to show you really fast is the volume. Now I get so many emails and messages that people think their Profi lightsaber is broken because all it's doing is beeping. All you really did was accidentally get into the volume mode. And let me show you how to do that. You're going to hold the auxiliary button for like a second or so. All right, you hear that? Now we've got that beep. So now we go up and down on the volume. So we're all the way up, I think. All right, so the beep tone is going to change, and that means you're all the way at the bottom. So let's go back all the way up. All right, there we go. So now we're at the top. And just set that in. So while we're talking about volume, many of us have a family that don't want to hear your lightsabers. So we got to mute them. So how do you mute it really fast? Well, you're going to turn it on and hit the button really quick again. So it's simple. Just like that. So it will load whatever sound you have up very quietly. Because if you don't do that, well, this is probably going to irritate your family at 1 in the morning. So we're going to check out some sound fonts, and this is the one that I like to piss off my wife at 2 in the morning. You just go up to her and it's just like... Now some of these blades, when you swing them, they change color. So you can see, let me down this exposure just a little bit here so you can see this a little bit better. So we're on red here, and as I swing, you can see that it kind of fades into a white. So we got a solid red, which is a little bit of a white heat at the bottom. Hopefully that's translating well. I love that sound. Look at that green. Oh, it's so nice. Has this like kind of white heat spot right at the tip there.
unhinged.
Oh, see, this one actually has like a red hot spot right in the middle there. That's really cool. Now, I am noticing as I'm spinning around that, usually I leave my hand towards the top of the neck, closer to the blade. Not really any place to put your hand, so I'm kind of right underneath the axe area. But I'm noticing here, this is digging into my hands a little bit. So I've been trying to hold it underneath the activation switch here, which is a lot better. It's not hitting my hand too much, so it's a little bit more comfortable if you hold it underneath there.
Smooth fuzz. Smooth Jedi.
You are fighting against the blade.
Anakin.
Now again, there are like 22 some odd fonts on here. I'm not going to go over every font here, but this lightsaber is stunning. There's really not much I don't like about this lightsaber. For my own personal use, I might even just put a nice little leather wrap on here. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's about it for this video. This is the Profi Darth Malgus Lightsaber from Artsabers. Again, thank you so much to Artsabers for shooting this over to me for all of us to take a look at. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please drop down below, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification button for upcoming videos. I've got a ton of lightsabers to still get to. I've got 6-scale videos coming and a lightsaber giveaway at 10,000 subscribers, so you don't want to miss that. And don't forget to leave some comments. Let me know what you all think of this Darth Malgus lightsaber. This is the Profi 2.2 from Artsabers. As always, I'll see you all in the next video. Be safe and kind out there in the world. See ya!